Welcome to Mazi Lives. My name is Obri Speaker Imazi. Today I want to talk about what do women really want? What do women really want? We'll start the topic today by telling us a story about a lady that wanted to get married. Some years ago, before this marriage, this lady has talked to the brother about her marriage. So what this story is actually a true story though. So this lady talked to the brother about this marriage that is coming up some years ago. So the brother asked her, what type of man, what kind of man do you want to get married to? When the brother asked her, what kind of man do you want to get married to? She said a man that is tall, a man that's handsome, a man that's rich, maybe not so rich but rich at least. And that is the kind of man she wants to get married to. Okay, fine. So fast forward to when it's her marriage time. She got married. She got married to someone that's totally different from what she told the brother some years ago. So when the brother asked her, why didn't you get married to the type of man you told me some years ago you wanted to get married to? She said she would have loved to get married to that kind of man, but she cannot withstand getting cheated on. She said she cannot withstand not having peace. When the brother asked her, what do you mean by that? What do you mean you cannot withstand not having peace if you get married to this type of man? She just said, he said she cannot withstand fighting with other ladies about cheating or trying to take her man from her and other kind of infidelity problem that you can think of. So the brother said, being rich, being tall, being handsome and all doesn't warrant someone to do all those things she just mentioned. She said no, she don't want to take her chances. So in essence, what she's trying to tell the brother is what she wants is peace. But meanwhile, the type of person she actually thinks she wants to get married to is someone that will give her peace and not the characteristics she mentioned earlier. What she actually wanted was a peaceful marriage and a peaceful husband. That was what she wanted. But according to her explanation earlier of what she wants, the type of man she wants, she explained a whole different thing. But at the end of the day, what she wanted was peace. In the short I posted, I talked about ladies not knowing what they want. That's why they get attracted to what they think they don't want. Meanwhile, it is what they actually want. My point is, women get attracted to what they want, but they refuse to accept that that is what they actually want. But their body, their system attracts them to those things, but they don't want to accept the reality that that is what they actually want. So let me give us another illustration again. Before a lady accepts to get into a relationship with you, something actually attracted her to you. But then, that thing that attracted her to you, she's still going to complain about that particular thing someday. Maybe you are rich and handsome, that's why she was attracted to you, or any characteristics, or maybe you are intelligent, any features at all, anything at all that can attract someone to you. There was something that attracted her to you at first. So when the both of you finally got together, she is going to complain about you trying to maintain those features that attracted her to you. Let's say because you are rich, she'll start complaining that you are working too much. You are always going to work, working too much, and you're not giving her the amount of time she needs. Or if it is because you are fit, like you always go to the gym and work out, she'll start complaining that you work out too much, you're always going. So she's definitely going to start complaining about all these lines of things that you are doing too much, not knowing that for things to remain the same, things must have to change. Not knowing that if you must keep fit to keep attracting her the same way you did from the beginning, you must work harder than you were before, just to maintain everything the way it's supposed to be. But she'll keep complaining about those things. But the day you actually give in to her complaint is going to be the day you might lose her to somebody differently, because the actual thing that is attracting her to you is no longer there, but not what she's telling you that she needs. What I am trying to say is, ladies don't know what they want, but you as a man, you are supposed to know what they want and give them exactly what they want, and not what they tells you they want, because they are attracted to a whole different thing, but they will tell you they need a different thing. Meanwhile, those things are not actually what she wants or needs. The reason why ladies don't know what they want is because their thought is too many. Thoughts are too many in their head. So too many thoughts, that is too many choices, makes you lost choice. You don't know, you lost concentration. When you have too many thoughts in your head, you get confused and you don't know the actual thought to go with. So if you have been with a particular woman, you are going to know exactly what she wants, and you are going to give her exactly what she wants. Instead of you asking her what she wants, She is going to mislead you if you pay attention to what she wants instead of you paying attention to her, giving her exactly what she wants. Her thought is too many in her head already. So if you try to pick from 1,000 thoughts, there's a probability of you picking the wrong thought instead of you analyzing everything by yourself. Then you give her exactly what she wants. But if you give in to one of those her many thoughts in her head, and those thoughts, if they finally become the wrong choice, she is going to blame you for it. And at the end of the day, you might lose marriage, relationship, or anything, friendship, anything you have with her, because you are going to take the blame. You didn't stand up to be the man of it, but you gave in to some random thought. She is not going to accept the reality that she caused it or it was her fault. And when you finally bring it up that, okay, this thing is your fault, she's going to tell you that, yeah, you are the man, you are supposed to make the decision. Then you are going to come back to the board and say, oh, I was actually supposed to make the job. By then, it's already too late. So, because they have too many thoughts in their head, you need to analyze this thought for them while you are also analyzing what they actually want from your end to give them exactly what they want, not minding all the things that they actually say they want, because they are not realistic. They are just a product of thought. Some years ago, I met a very old man, and what he told me was, ladies are like children and you need to treat them like children. I don't mean you should treat them like kids, but their whole situation is like children. So you treat them like children. What am I trying to say? You have to pay attention to them. Children want everything, but you have to select everything. You have to pick out what they actually want from these many things they want. A child might tell you they want to eat all sort of sugary things. They want to eat candy, they want to eat chewing gum, they want to eat biscuit, they want to eat anything that they can think of. But it is your responsibility as an elder to pick out exactly what this child wants and give to this child. That is how it is with the ladies. They have too many thoughts in their head. They want all these things. It is your responsibility as a man to stand up for them and say, yes, you want all these things, but what you actually want at this moment is this thing and not all these ones you are talking about. If you don't give a child this particular thing, they are going to start crying and beating around, but at the end of the day, they're still going to be calm if you give them exactly what they actually want. So my point is, if a lady is going through all these things, telling you that this is what she wants, this is what she wants, and you actually run your scan through all these things and give her exactly what she wants, she might be angry for the moment, but in a later day, everything is still going to be calm. This was one of the lessons I learned from this old man some times ago, and I think it's very helpful, and I've done most of the research concerning this thing. That's why I came up with this topic. About the story I said earlier from the beginning of the video, why did she get married to someone else? Why she said her type of man is a different person. She wanted peace in her life. What she wanted was peace. It doesn't matter the kind of man this peace comes from. But she said she wanted a tall, handsome, rich and all. But what she wanted was peace. And she was actually thinking all these things she mentioned meant peace. But what she actually wanted was peace. She would have just gone straight to the point and said she wanted peace. It doesn't matter where it comes from. But she said she wanted all these things. So at the end of the day, it sounds like she doesn't know what she wants. What she actually wanted was peace, and that was what she was attracted to at the end of the day. And that is how it has always been. So even if they get misled by their too many thoughts, it is your responsibility as a man to always be there for them. I'm not saying a man's thought is the most accurate, because a man without a woman is not complete, and a man that doesn't listen to a woman also have higher chances of failing. I'm not saying a man's thought is the most accurate, but he can be helpful to the ladies in most times. So this is all we'll be talking about today on what women really want. Stay safe.